If you're writing, you're in serious trouble. AI generated.
I've really been looking forward to meet
Paul Haguma. Paul Haguma. Paul Haguma.
Morning, guys.
Do we have a Paul Haguma in this course?
Can't you hear me?
Paul Haguma. I'm looking for one. He left. his laptop is not doing him good.
No. You're right, Paul. I'm sorry, you're right, Ben.
Yeah, I'm all right. Paul Haguma.
Yes, Benny. Hello?
I'm looking for a Mr. Paul Haguma.
Can't you hear me?
I guess his laptop is messing up.
He didn't go to the office today. He's trying to stay at home and do it.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me? No.
Yeah, I can. No, we can't hear you, Paul Haguma. We can't hear you, Paul. Hello, Paul. Anyway, we can start.
Okay.
Paul is having issues. So,
Yeah.
Just so we know, can you tell us what we did yesterday in your own words? If you have to explain to your wife or your son,
Yeah.
what will you tell them?
Oh, yeah, we're trying to
not what we are trying to do, what we did.
Oh, okay. We did we built another Windows.
We'll repeat another Windows.
Yeah, another computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to use the words that makes you look like you are doing yeah. So what do you mean by computer?
Okay, we build another system inside EC2 by using EC2.
What did we do by using EC2?
We try to connect through the RDP by
Okay.
getting.
What? Okay. So you are at EC2 still. Paul, you're here? It seemed he was here, but he's not. Right, you are still at EC2.
EC2, yeah.
Okay, so what did we do with EC2? What did we do?
Yeah, inside the EC2, we connected using a RDP.
Well, before you connect, what do you do? EC2 is what? What do you do before you connect?
Yeah.
What do you do? You haven't bought a laptop. How do you connect to it? So use the words. You went to EC2 to do what? EC2 is not. It's an AWS console. It's a service that AWS provides.
Yeah.
When you go there, what do you do? What is in there?
Yeah, we create
exactly. You created a Windows server.
Server, yeah.
In AWS. Is that not what you did?
Yeah.
You went to AWS and you created a Windows server. Am I lying?
No, that's what we did.
Okay, so why is it that you're not able to explain it like that?
Yeah.
It's simple, isn't it? You went
Yeah.
to AWS and you created a Windows server, a Windows machine, a Windows computer, like you said. And then you connected to it, continue with the connection.
Yeah, and we downloaded a remote desktop file.
And then you did what?
I said we downloaded the remote desktop file, and using a password, a password that we created to log into it.
Okay. And then you logged it into the Windows server. After you downloaded the login RDP file.
Yeah.
And then what did you do?
Yeah, we run the script. We tried to run a script on it, on the remote desktop that we downloaded.
What is the script for? What was the script? What script? What did we download and what? So when we connected to the machine,
yeah,
what did we do?
What else?
Okay, can someone, Paul, tell us what we did yesterday from scratch? What did we do?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, I think we somewhat.
You think?
No. Okay, we did created a Windows EC2 in AWS, and then we connected to that machine through RDP. Then we just ran some scripts to allow the machine to connect to AWS.
Okay, so what was the script that we downloaded?
The file downloaded. It was the RDP kind of setup that allows you to just connect and log in with passwords and things to the remote machine.
No. When we went into the machine, we did what? We
ran a script that that install some some tools that allows it to connect to AWS.
I know, but there's some tools. I don't want some tools. Tell me exactly what that tool is. Chris.
No, I'm not sure.
Okay, good. I like that.
That's good.
If you're not sure,
The
you're
script
not
was
sure.
just the script was just to install the AWS CLI.
Exactly. So we run a script that will install AWS CLI.
Oh, yeah.
Now, AWS CLI is a tool that is used to do what? It's a tool that computers can use to communicate with AWS. Yeah. Using their APIs. Okay, so we installed AWS CLI. Okay. Oh yeah. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
So we created an EC2 in AWS, a Windows server. We found a way to connect to the server remotely using RDP. And we did what? Hey, Chris, did you just read this from WhatsApp? The one I put in WhatsApp.
What thing?
Yeah, you're saying what thing? That question you just asked means that you've seen the question, the thing I put in WhatsApp.
No. I've been struggling to join today's meeting, so I've not been to WhatsApp. Let me check. But this thing, we've been doing this for
a long time. Yeah. For about 3 weeks now, we've been doing the same thing. Yeah, you're right. I just checked. You haven't seen it on WhatsApp, so you're right. So
yeah,
the people you just seen it. Yeah, I've seen that. You just read it. Cool. Anyway, so we created an EC2, went into the EC2 by connecting using tools like RDP, because it was a Windows EC2. Installed a tool that will allow us to communicate with AWS. This is an AWS CLI tool. Okay. And then what did we do? Oh, yeah. After the installation of the tool, what did we do?
We attach a role on the IAM.
Right. But there's a reason why we attached the role. We did something first and it didn't allow us. And then that's why we decided, let's go and attach a role. Can someone tell me what we did? Anthony, are you there?
Yeah.
Had you joined us at that time yesterday?
Yes. So we were trying to list the S3 buckets.
Exactly.
But because we didn't have a role, we couldn't. So we had to create a role and attach a policy that would allow us to list the S3 bucket.
Easy. Charlie, I shouldn't ask you questions. So basically, that's what happened. We tried to communicate with AWS without the server having any permissions or any authentication to AWS. Even though the server is sitting in AWS, that server still needs permissions to be able to do things in AWS. It needs to be authenticated and it needs to be able to have permissions. So what we did was, there are two ways. You can copy and paste the password, access keys, and secret access keys, which is like a password, username and password, and put it in the machine. That machine will use whenever it connects to AWS. Or you can create a role and give it to the machine. And the role permissions that the role has, the machine will assume those permissions. So what we did was we created a role. And then we attached the machine. But we did not do anything when we created the role. Oh yeah, what did we not do to the role after we created it?
I think we're still unable to run the script.
So what did we, when we created the role,
yeah,
we attached to the machine, but we did not do something to the role. Do you remember? Paul, what did we not do to the role after we created it and attached it?
I just don't remember well, but I think maybe you didn't granted it the enough permission. I think it was the read.
Yes. So Paul, I've noticed that whenever you don't know something, you do. So now I know. When you say means you don't know. Okay, cool. You done it twice.
No. You are from me.
Yeah. So we intentionally did not attach any permissions to the role. This lets you know that a role is the tool that will allow you to come into the AWS account. And I used an analogy saying that in the airport, you need to be authenticated by the agent at the airport. Who are you? Are you allowed to come here? And you say they allow you to come into the country, but not everything that you can do. You need to be given permissions to do certain things like driving. So we gave the role to the machine, means that yes, you are able to come to AWS. This machine is able to come to AWS because it has the role. The role is just the means to authenticate, to enter the AWS environment. Okay. And then we went to the machine and we say, okay, now that we've given it a role that doesn't have any permissions, let's try and do some of the things that we can. So the airport attendant has let you in the country, and then you went to drive. As soon as you sat in the car, police was like, "Woo, you can't drive." So we went and we did the command again, AWS STLS, and this time around the error was different. And the error was like, no, you are not allowed to do this. Even though you are here, you're not allowed to do this. So we went back. And what did we do, Oye? To the role.
We tried to, we attach the role to someone so that they can come into.
No, I like the word attached, but what did we attach? There's a specific word. This is why, Oye, this 1 hour video, when we finish, it's very, very important that you chase for the video and watch it again. Because if you can't explain what we've done in layman's terms to your wife or your kid, you haven't learned anything. You are literally wasting your time. I can honestly tell you, wasting your time, waking up in the morning and joining the call. Okay. Whatever we've done, and especially when we recorded it, it's important that you are able to explain what we've done in layman terms, but using the correct terminology. Okay. You attached something to the role that allowed the EC2 to then do the actions that we were. Look at the words I'm using. Actions, role, attachment, these things. Paul, what did we know? Chris, what did we attach to the role that allowed the EC2 to do the things we wanted it to do?
We attached a policy.
A policy. A policy is the word you're looking for. A policy. Policies are the resources in AWS or in a lot of other identity management systems that gives permissions. Policies is used to give permissions. Policies. The role and the user is used to authenticate. It's for authentication. Authenticate means that, are you who you say you are? Are you Paul? Yes. Give me your username. Okay. What is your password? Oh, I know you. Come in. That's authentication. Okay. Authorization. I think that's the authorization authentication. One of them. Well, when you get in, what you can and can't do is also.
What you said is correct.
It's authorized, yeah. Authorization.
That one is authentication.
And the other one is authorization. Yeah. So are you authorized when you come into my house to go to my bedroom, my master bedroom? The fact that you will press the bell, ting tong, and I look at you, who are you? You say, oh, I'm Oye. Okay, Oye, I know you. Come in. You're authenticated. You are in the house. Whether you are allowed to go to the bathroom, downstairs bathroom or not, it's authorization. And that's what policies do. Policies help give authority, permissions to this. So if you come to me in my house, you still have to come to and ask, can I use the toilet? Can I open your fridge? can I take one of your food from your fridge? Because you're not authorized to do anything like that in my house. Okay. So we need to understand these things and we need to use these words. Okay. It will make you sound like you are actually learning something. You can't be saying, oh, then we attach something to, no, don't do that. We attach the policy to allow the machine or the EC2 or the server to be able to perform actions, which is doing things in the AWS account. Specifically, S3, read only. Okay. All right. So then we basically installed the CLI. After installing the CLI, we went into the machine and we ran the command. And the command said, you can't even go into AWS. So we went and attached the role without a permission. And then we went and ran the AWS S3 LS again. And it says, okay, you're here, but you still can't do S3 bucket stuff. So we went and attached an S3 bucket read-only policy to the role. And then we went back to the machine and we ran AWS S3 LS again. And guess what happened? We were able to list the buckets. Even though there were no buckets, it was an empty list, we were still able to perform that action. So all of this was happening in the local AWS account, your own AWS account. Now, today, what we're going to do is to go further. This same machine, using this same role, how can we then go and list another person's S3 bucket in their own AWS accounts? That's what we're going to do today. Anybody has any questions, or have I explained this enough as to what we did yesterday? It's very, very important that we build on what we did. Okay. And if you look at the WhatsApp group, I've put these key points, and if you can read it, guys, and if I'm missing anything, we can add it. So in this hands-on session on the 12th, we walk through launching EC2 instance, installing the AWS CLI, and attaching IAM role to enable S3 read-only access, all in preparation for cross-account access. This is amazing. Key topics: creating an EC2, setting up a key pair, security group and storage, using RDP to connect to the EC2, installing AWS CLI via PowerShell, troubleshooting AWS CLI recognition issues, attaching IAM roles to EC2, understanding role-based permissions via AWS CLI credentials, verifying access by listing S3 bucket, preparing for cross access. This lab, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we did that. Now, let me share my screen. I'm hoping that everybody has logged into their AWS. They have access to their machine that they've created on AWS. It can be Windows or Linux, and they have already logged into that machine. Okay. If you haven't got to that stage, can you raise your hand, please? And let's be sure you haven't got there. Why have you not got there?
I think same error that I had yesterday. I'm just currently creating another account. I wasn't able to fix that one. I'm just creating another AWS account that I can be able to create a bigger machine in.
But what if you create a Linux machine?
Yeah, that one could be simple. Let me do it quick.
Yeah, do a Linux machine.
Yeah.
The Windows is because I didn't want to teach people how to connect to Linux.
Yeah.
Because they are all on Windows. That's why I use Windows. So the purpose is an EC2, right, running AWS S3 LS. As long as you can run AWS S3 LS, I'm happy. So please get there now.
In 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay. Oye, can you share your screen and show us your Windows server that you have logged in, please?
Okay.
Anthony, can you please have your EC2 ready, please? It could be Windows, a small, very small Ubuntu.
Yeah, I've created Ubuntu. Do you want me to share my screen or something?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Trust. Okay. Oh yeah, thank you. Run AWS S3 LS again. Did you run the script that you did at the top? Did they actually run? Okay, close this page, close this and open it again. Because yesterday we had that issue where you have to close it and open it again. So command prompt. Now run AWS S3 LS. Much better. You haven't attached any role to this machine. That's why you're still getting this error.
Okay.
So are you going to do that? Do you know how to do that? We did it yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you do that, please? Chris, can you share your screen? Chris,
Ben, sorry, to attach the row, I've created a row for that. I was trying to attach it. Can you help with that? I've gone into the details of the EC2 instance.
So basically, you create a row. Who's sharing now?
So I've created a row and I want to attach it. That's it.
Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Give me 2 seconds. Whose screen am I seeing now?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Chris, can you share your screen? And then let me verify Chris's step or stage he's at, and then we can continue. Chris, share your screen, please. Chris is presenting. He's in the AWS S3 LS, please. Thank you very much. He's got an empty list, which means Chris is at where he is. Okay, Chris, let me share my screen and then what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Okay, 1 minute. EC2. Let me share my screen and show Anthony of the oh, I'm in the wrong AWS. Oh, Stockholm, North Virginia. Okay, so Anthony, I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
So these are my EC2 instances. As you can see, they are all stopped. Of course, they should be stopped. And one that I have, which I've named Windows, which I'm going to start. Yeah. So to start it back, you go to instance state and you click start. Now, what you do to attach a role, which you've already created. So if you have a role already created, which is in IAM, If you already have a role created, which I have about 17 roles in this dashboard, and as you can see, I have this role created. Okay, destination role Jesse to Bernard, source role Bernard to Jesse. So I created a role, and this role is typically a role I gave it permission to do everything in this AWS account, and you can see that the role has trusted relationship. I'm going to go there now in a bit, but this is the role. So when you go to EC2, you select your EC2, you go to actions, yeah? In actions, you go to security.
Okay, yeah.
You find modify
IAM role.
IAM. Then here you can select which role you want to give.
Okay. That was the bit I was missing. This is security. I didn't know which option to choose.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Oye, are you
Yep.
there? Remember, we are here to support and help. So if I don't
I
want
just missed that step now.
okay, share your screen and let's take you there.
Okay.
So share your screen, go and find the machine that we are going to give this role to, okay? In AWS. It's better that we all pass this stage. Even if we use today to get past this stage, I'll be happy.
I
So
think
go
yesterday
and
we
find-
created
go
the
and
role.
find-
We
go and find
created
the
the role
machine.
yesterday.
Yeah, go and find the machine. Remember, you can create different pages. Yeah, you can create a different tab for your machines, and you have another tab for your IAM because you'll be going in and out. Exactly. Wow, well done. I like this. Yesterday, the, the duplicating tab worked. I'm happy.
Okay, now I think we created one yesterday.
So you got a role. Don't create a new one. Now
Okay.
find the machine that we want to attach this role to.
Okay.
Where's the EC2 machine? So how do you go to EC2? You are currently in IAM. How do you go to EC2?
Search.
Exactly. EC2 and click EC2. Now you are in EC2. This is where the machines are. Yeah. And then you want to find your machine, you can go to dashboard or you can just click instances there. As you see instances, yeah, you can go via this way as well. So this is your machine.
Yep.
So you select your machine and then you go to actions, security, modify IAM role. And now you can select which role you want to give to the machine. And the role name is there. You select it.
Okay.
And then you update IAM role. That's it. This is you attaching the role to the machine.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Yep.
Cool. Now that we go to the machine and you run the command again, AWS S3 ls, the error will be different. Okay. It gave you empty list. Yeah. So remember, you created a new machine, and you were not able to attach the role. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, do this role attachment steps a couple of times. Delete the machine, create it, connect, attach a role. Delete the machine, create it. That's what you do. Yeah.
Okay.
Keep on doing it. After the call, spend 1 hour or 2 hours in your own time, whenever you get time, and perform this task as much as possible. Get to this stage where you list the S3 bucket, it doesn't give you any error. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just practice. Can't emphasize that enough. Yeah, practice makes.
I think yesterday we tried to use this. I don't know.
No. We didn't try. We used it, but
We used it. Sorry, yeah, we used it. Yeah.
You copied something else. So you look. There's only one thing you need to copy. You go back to your page.
Okay.
What have you copied?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Exactly. We didn't try to use it. We used it. This is what we used to install the CLI. We have already you have already installed ECL.
Installed, yes. Oh, right.
So you don't need to do it again. If you didn't install CLI and you run AWS S3 LS, it will give you a different error. You need to practice all of that. When you create a new machine and you go to command, run the AWS S3 LS and see the error you will get. And then you install. When you install, run it and see the error you get. This is how you do it. But currently, the error you're getting means that the AWS S3 AWS is installed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. You can. This is your laptop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Go to your laptop. Go and search for CMD again in your laptop. CMD. The same thing you're doing on the machine in AWS, you can do here too. Okay. See the command prompt is there. It's the same. They are all the same. They are Windows. One of them is a Mac. It's a personal computer. The other one is a server. But hey, what's the difference between a server and run AWS S3 LS? Saying that AWS is not recognized. It's not there. Exactly the same. If you can also copy the command and install AWS in your laptop, it's the same thing. As I said, when you finish creating the machine, whatever you do in the machine got nothing to do with AWS. Yeah. So copy the command and run it on your laptop again. Let's see. Enter. It will do the same thing.
Okay.
It will do the same thing. It's a Windows application that you're installing. It's got nothing to do. Well, you're installing AWS tools on your machine. That's all you're doing. Next. It's not going to harm your machine. Yeah? It's the same thing. Because it's Windows. And we're doing Windows stuff in AWS. Yeah? I want you to really, really understand what is happening. People think that I want to do AWS, with no prior experience or knowledge or skill of servers. And then they go to AWS and they create an EC2. And the boss says, please install Nginx. And I'm like, what is Nginx? Yeah. Or what is Apache? What is this? And they are there. If your boss tells you to create a user on the machine that you've just created for them, it's a Windows user. You need to know how to create Windows user. It's got nothing to do with AWS. Finish. And then now run AWS S3 LS. The error will be different. Okay, now you have to close the tab and open it again. I don't want to explain why this happened. So go to CMD again and run it again. Wait, your machine is a little bit slow, so it's taking a while. You see, it says configure AWS because it doesn't have any permission. It doesn't have any. It's not. Is it authorization or permission? It's not authorized. Is it? Which one is which? I don't know. It doesn't have the right to come into your AWS account or any AWS account. Okay. Can't go to anywhere. So you need to do something and put the username and password somewhere.
Yeah.
In your machine, it is not running on AWS. Your laptop is sitting in your home. So you cannot, unfortunately, attach a role to your laptop, can you? No, you can't attach a role to your laptop. So here you'll be forced to put the access keys and secret access keys in your laptop.
Okay.
Which is something that we can do later. Okay, so you will be instead of attaching a role, you will be doing access keys and secret access keys, which is basically you create a username and password in AWS and you put it in your machine. And your machine will use that to go to AWS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're doing. So this step here, you need to do it in AWS 2,300 times.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now we all have our machines sitting on our AWS. Paul, you've got to that stage, haven't you?
No, not yet.
You
I'll be
created
there.
an Ubuntu EC2. How hard is that?
No hard.
Well, but why have you not done it then? All right. Chris, share your screen. Let's go with you. We need to get past this stage ASAP. All right. So we are at the stage where everybody should have a Windows server or a Linux server that has been attached an EC2 role that has a permission to list S3 buckets in their own AWS accounts. Yeah. Now, what we are going to do is to try and list S3 bucket in other people's account, which is called cross account access. Yeah? Cross account access. So now to be able to go to someone's AWS account to go and list their bucket, you need some information. Which AWS account are you going in? When you get there, which role are you going to assume? Which hat are you going to put on? Okay, you need this information. You can't just say you're going to London, you're going to UK, or you're traveling, you don't know the country you're going in to, and you don't know when you get there, which city you're going there, or what are you going to. Yeah. So you need, first of all, the AWS details of the AWS account that you're going to go in. Okay, you need the details of that. So I want people. We have already created roles that we have we said we are going to give to people to come into our AWS accounts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Chris a role. So first thing is, how do you create a role in your AWS account that you can give to someone that can use to come into your AWS account? Okay, remember, if someone wants to come into your AWS account, you need to give them this information. You need to give them the ID of your account and the role that they should use when they come in. Okay, so if you go to roles, click on roles, Chris. It was right in front of you. It says number 5. You click on the 5, it will take you there. Okay, now we can create a role that is going to allow me, Bernard, to come into your account. Yeah. So you're going to create a role and say, this role should allow Bernard to come into my account. Okay. Now here, when you click on create roles, which you went to the top right and clicked create role, there's a list of roles here that you can create. Yeah, one of them is AWS account. That's the one you need. Okay, you select AWS account. All right, so select that one, and as soon as you select and you scroll down, it gives you options. So which AWS account is it? This account or another account? You say another account. Okay, and then it asks you what is the account ID of that account that I should allow in this AWS. Okay, so you need to ask the person give me your account ID. And here is my account ID in the chat. So this, before someone can come to your account, you need to perform this action. You need to create a role like this. Okay, so copy the account ID that I've shared and put it there. Okay, now you can also have some options. There's, if the person, for the person to come to this account, they should have authenticated with MFA, or they should have this, or they should have that. This improves the security. It helps, enforces more security, so that this person cannot just be anybody. You know that they have they are the real person coming in because they've done MFA, they've done this, they've done. But for now, we will leave it as it is. Okay, and then you go to next. Okay, now we are going to give it permissions. When this person comes, what is he allowed to do? When someone uses this role, what are they able to do? Remember, the role is only to authenticate. Okay, now we need to give them permissions to what are they authorized to do. So just type S3 and give me S3 read only access. I should be able to come in and I should only be able to read S3. You're selecting S3 read only. No, that's not S3 read only, is it? That's allow assume S3 read only. That's not S3 read only. Be careful, guys. So find Amazon S3 read only access. It's there. You can see it. Exactly. It says read only access. The reason they put Amazon in front of it is because they want to tell you that they have created this policy. Okay. Amazon has created this policy for you. All right. So this is the permission that when they come in, this authorizes them to do that. And then you go to next. You scroll down and go to next. So people should do this for me to be able to come into their AWS account. Okay, everybody should do that. Click next, and then you give it a name. So here, I think we should call it allow everybody. So allow everybody in the course to access to read S3 bucket. Everybody to read S3 bucket. Allow everybody. So when you give this role to someone, they will be, everybody in this course will be able to put to read S3 bucket. Now I'm going to do something to the policy.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so this role that I'm creating, is it not specific to you since we used your ID?
That's where I was coming. Good question. That's where I was coming. So I want everybody else to put their AWS account ID in the chat. Everybody. So if you want to find your account ID, go to your user at the top, the drop down, and then copy the account ID. Click on the copy button. Yeah. And then paste it in the chat. Everybody should do this. Everybody. So I'm going to show you a trick. So this is Chris Achine's. People should put theirs. Oye. Now, Chris, copy Oye account ID. Copy Oye's account ID. Yeah. Have you copied it?
Yeah.
Okay. You know where it says AWS : and then there's my account ID. So you edit. Yeah. You add. No. Go back. What are you doing?
I clicked on edit.
Edit what? Go back. No, don't cancel. Go next. Next. Just click next. We've done all of this. All right. Go down. The policy is there. You can edit it. You can edit the policy. You don't need to click on edit. So just You see where it's line 8? Line 8. Just put your cursor before the account ID.
Line 8.
Yeah. Before the account ID, put your before the account ID, before the account ID. Basically, before the account the number that is there before it. Yes. Put your cursor there and click there.
I don't think it allows you to click. It doesn't allow you to enter anything.
1 minute. Okay, just create the policy, create the role, and then we can edit it manually. Create the role, create role. Yeah. So I think you have to finish creating the role before you can add other people to it. Let's take it like that. You have to finish creating the role. So now you can view the role, and then when we go back, we can edit it so that this can be used by every other person. So go to trusted relationship, trust relationship. Yeah, and here edit trust policy. Edit trust policy. Now, if you go up, yeah. Now before the ARN, just before that ARN, put your cursor there. Before ARN, not after ARN. Before ARN. Before. This is simple English. Okay. Now move to the move left one. Left one. There you go. Open square bracket. Open square bracket and close the square bracket at the end of that line. No, at the end of that line, we want the whole thing to be in the square brackets at the end of that line.
So everything, yeah.
Yes, at the end of the line. Yes, close square bracket. So what this is a list. Okay, we are going. We've opened a list. You've set up a list. It says, so now we're going to put a list of AWS account ARNs, a list. Okay, so what you do is you come into the list again. So move yours, yeah, and then put comma. Comma, not dot.
Hey.
Enter.
Enter.
Yeah. Now you need to arrange it properly, nicely. It doesn't matter, but arrange. Yeah. Okay. Now after the square bracket, that first square bracket, you need to put comma there. I think after the list. After the list, which is the square bracket, the closed square bracket, put comma. I think. No, remove the comma. I know what's going on. Remove the comma. Go back into the list and open inverted commas. 2 inverted commas. No. Yes. And write the same thing that is right. So copy the top one and put it in the next one without the commas because you've already opened and closed the comma. Yeah. Now change the ID, the account ID for this line and put OAS account ID in there. So what we're doing is we are saying that allow any account that is in this list. You get the point now? Exactly. So you can do as many. So put everybody's, comma, another one, comma, another one. Make sure that the last one doesn't have a comma. The last one doesn't have a comma, but the next yeah. So comma, then the next one, comma, the next one. And then you put Paul. Anthony, are you going to allow this guy to come into your AWS account? Can you put your ID?
Yeah, I'm driving, so yeah, but
Okay. So
Okay, wait. A question.
yeah.
So this that we are doing,
Mhm.
is it? Are we doing it so that people can come to my account, or so that I can go to their account?
People can come to your account, and these are the people who are allowed to come to your
The
account.
reason I was asking was because you said when you asked Anthony if he will allow me to come.
Yeah, yeah. I was also going to ask the same question.
All right, Anthony. Do you want to go to Chris's
No,
account?
Chris's
If you want,
account. So
put your
Chris will
ID
need
there.
my ID
Yes.
so that I'll be allowed to go into Chris's account. Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yes. But I want everybody to also do the same thing, so that they can also allow everybody to come to their account. Yeah. The only person you will not add to this list is your own account. You will not have your own account there, but you have. There's how many people here? 5. So you'll have 4 in the list. My account, Chris's account, whatever, 4 in the list. Yeah. So Chris, one thing you can do as well is you can copy this and put it in the chat. Copy the whole policy, put it in the chat, and people can just change the account IDs and change things. Yeah. So they're also creating the same role. And
Yeah, I'm waiting for Anthony's account, or I should just.
Sorry. Yeah. Can you continue, because I'm not behind my computer. I'm using my phone. I'm going to pick up Wi-Fi now.
Okay.
Okay. Now copy this and give it to the other guys. And then they will just edit their policy and copy these things and put it there. So they will remove their own and put yours.
Should it be everything?
It can be everything. They are smart enough not to pick what they want. Okay. Right, guys. So this is the policy. Okay. Edit. This is the policy. So what you have to do is now create the close this and update policy. Okay. So now the policy is created, the role is created, it's got a policy, a trusted policy updated to allow 3 AWS accounts to come to your AWS account. And the role name is allow everybody to read S3 bucket. I want everybody to get to this stage and we continue. So
one question, please. So now when I'm creating the role, I don't need to use I don't need another account. I just go straight and do that by editing.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand.
I'm trying to create a role now. You know, on the role, there's AWS accounts and other accounts. So I should leave it on.
You can just put any account ID there for now. Share your screen, because you're going to edit the policy anyway. You're going to edit the policy anyway. So share your screen.
This is what I'm saying.
So you go to AWS account and you can put anybody's account there, number there. That one will be the first one that will be created for you. I think you could also do a list. I'm not sure if it says identify the accounts in a row. I don't know if you can do a list. You can't do a list here. I don't know.
Okay, can you try doing comments there to see if it will work?
I haven't tried it, so let's see. Let him try it and see. So put one and put comma. Put comma and put another one. Put another ID and let's see. Another person's ID.
Or maybe space before.
I don't think it will work, bro. I haven't done it before. Just copy another person's ID. There's a lot of IDs. Just click copy.
I'll go with some here.
Yeah. It's not going to work. So just remove one of them, and then when you finish, you can edit the policy after. Yeah. Okay. Next, give it permission, S3 read only. Make sure you're selecting AWS, Amazon S3 read only. Yes. So if someone comes into your AWS account, they would enjoy. And here, name it, allow everybody read-only access. Everybody's account read-only access, whatever the name is. That is descriptive enough for you to understand what is going on. Okay. And then create it. When you finish creating it, then you can go and edit this, because we've noticed that we can't edit it here now.
Yes, okay.
Okay. Then now you go and find the role. Okay. And now you go to trusted and then edit policy, trusted policy. And this is where you create the list. So you need to make sure that you open and close the square brackets. It's very important. Open and close a square bracket, because open and close square bracket to most programming languages and most computing systems means that a list of items, a list. Like when you're creating a shopping list, you put anything list means that all the things in this open and close square bracket is a list. Yeah, a list. So go back one. Or you can copy what, just put it in the chat and copy the whole thing and put it there.
Please share your account as well.
Oh, I've already shared it.
So copy from the curly bracket at the top. No, copy from the curly bracket at the
top.
Oh, yeah. The top, the very top, very top, very top, very top. The top.
Okay.
Yes. That one. No. That one you just went there after Chris's name. Yeah. Yeah. Copy from the curly bracket down to the last curly bracket. Last one. Last curly bracket. Last curly bracket. I can see last curly bracket at the bottom. Exactly. Copy. And then when you go here, delete everything and put this one there. So select everything and delete it. Everything means everything. And delete. Empty space, yes. And then paste this one there.
Yep.
Yep. But then you have to then make changes to the number of, because your number is there too, isn't it? Remove your number and put whoever is missing there. But it's very important to understand what the list, where we started to create the list, okay? Because we open the curly bracket here and then we close the curly bracket there. It's very, very important to know how to create a list. Yeah, guys.
Yeah, this Ben. Who is this? Someone's.
Yeah, just make sure that you got the right people there.
Okay, it's Chris that's missing. Oops.
I think it would be better if you delete all the IDs and then paste them individually.
Hello. And then when you finish, you update policy. So everybody should be at this level. Everybody's account should have a role that should allow everybody to come into their own AWS account. Okay. Who's not here? Who's not here apart from Anthony?
I think it's Anthony.
Paul, are you at this level, Paul?
Yep.
Okay. So everybody's account is ready, is prepared for other people in that list to come into your AWS account. Okay, cool. Now, if you go to the role, go to the role. Here, scroll up. Sorry, scroll up.
Oh, okay.
Scroll up. find a role that you just created and let's find. So allow everybody to read S3 bucket. Now the role ARN is there. You can copy the role ARN. Yeah. You need the role ARN, guys. Remember, for someone to come into your account, you need to create a role. You need to put their account name in the trusted relationship policy, and you need to copy the role ARN and give it to the person who is going to come into the account. So everybody copy this and put it in the chat. Everybody
is it the ARN or the role ring?
The role ARN. If the person is coming in via HTTP or browser, then they need the link. If the person is coming in via the HTTP, which is or using the browser, then they need the link. If the person is coming in via CLI, they need the ARN. Okay. And as we speak, I'm breaking my phone. I'm breaking it. I've gone and taken wipe and I'm wiping it. And I think by the time I finish wiping my phone, it will break. So I'm warning you guys, you're going to buy a phone for me soon if this one breaks. It's a warning. I've warned you. So you need to pray that my phone doesn't break. Water will not go in. Oh, it's working. It's working. Now, okay. So everybody, the three of you have got your. I'm not going to add mine. I'm not doing this task. I'm turning my computer off because I don't want to pay for the computer today. Turning it off in AWS. Stop. Okay. Now, oh yeah. So someone has given you a role ARN and they want you to come to their AWS account.
Yep.
So that person, we are assuming that they have prepared their AWS account and they've created a role in a way that is needed. Okay. So pick someone else's role ID. Pick it. Copy it and put it in your text, in your text editor. So copy everybody. So pick one. Let's say Chris. So you go to your text box there, wherever you put all your copy stuff in, put it there. The edit your text editor, the where you put your password and everything in. The notepad or notepad or whatever, your text editor. Exactly my point. Put it here where you got all your bank details at. Okay, so you got it here. Now, let's go and find. So remember, they have given you a role. You are also going to use your role to go to their AWS. So one of your roles, which is the one you've created for your EC2. So go to your EC2. The role that your EC2 has put on is what we are going to. Go to your roles. Sorry. Go to your roles. Pick the role that you have given to your EC2, the one we are going to use, which is the Windows one. Yeah. So what we're doing is we're going to allow this role. Remember, we say AWS resources can assume roles. We're going to allow anybody who puts on this role, EC2 role, or any resource that puts on this role to be able to put on the Chris's role. Okay. So what we do is we go to this role and we create a policy. So we will create a policy that will say that this role is allowed to do that. So we go to policies and create a policy. Now, what we will do is we will select STS, which is the STS type STS, which is that's the tool that allows people to resources to assume roles. Yeah. So 1 minute. Hold on. Let me see the exact. Okay. No, I'm talking nonsense. Go cancel this. I'm talking nonsense. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay. We will come here, but cancel this. Yeah. So go to role again and open this role. Now, when it goes to trusted relationships, here, this role, yeah, we are going to say that it's also able to assume a role. Now, I'm going to copy something and put it in the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. In the chat is a policy and document that I've added. Yeah. Scroll down and copy this. You're trying to scroll the video. You're not scrolling. Someone is sharing their screen and you're trying to scroll whatever is in the video. You're not scroll. Go to stop sharing and copy this and come back again.
Okay.
Okay, you copied it. Have you copied it?
I haven't.
Okay. Now go back and share your screen. Have you copied it?
1 minute.
Can anybody copy this? Has anybody been able to copy it? Because we're all going to do it.
Yeah.
Copy it.
All right,
Yeah,
now share your screen again. Someone is tired. Right, now look, if you look at this document policy, edit trust policy. So what this trust policy is saying that allow EC2 to be able to assume a role. Yeah, assume a role. So we are saying here that in this statement, we are allowing principal service EC2 to be.
Chris, can you see your screen?
Yeah, we are seeing the screen. I can see Oye's screen. I can see.
You can't see mine?
I can.
No, Chris.
I think it was Paul.
Oh, okay.
Paul left. Let me admit him again. So we have a role, and that role, when we created it, we're saying that we are allowing EC2, the machine, to assume a role. Okay, we are allowing EC2 to assume a role, and as you can see here, is that the statement is effect is allow principal service AWS EC2 and to do what action assume role. So EC2 is assuming the role. This role can be assumed by EC2. Okay. So EC2 can put on this role. Remember, EC2 that we created can put on this role. Yeah. Now we want someone else's role to be able to also put on this role. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another action. Now, if you look at this statement, there's only one statement in there. Okay, there's only one statement, and the statement, they've made it that you can have a list of statements. So after statement in line 3, you see that the square bracket is open and the square bracket closes at the bottom in line 11. So they are saying that you can have a list of statements. So the first statement, which opens a curly bracket and then closes the curly bracket, everything in it is one statement. So after line 10, after line 10, the curly bracket there, put comma. In line 10, curly bracket, put comma. Comma means that this is the next statement, the next in the list, okay? Are you going to scroll down to line 10, and use your cursor, and the curly bracket there, I want you to be there. Your cursor should be there. Click there. Yes, so your cursor is there. It's blinking. Put comma, type comma. It means that I'm coming to add another statement in this list, okay? And then enter.
Why are we using? Okay, yes. So why are you using 10?
And then paste the statement that I copied for you. Paste it. Okay. Make sure that you remove the 8 a.m. and all that gibberish Bernard and all that was copied. And the spaces as well. Delete line 11 and line 12. No, you've deleted line, no, undo. Control Z, Control plus Z, Control plus Z. Okay, you can undo there too. Undo. Yeah. I just want you to remove line 11 now. Just line 11. Now I want you to indent. You know what it means? You know what indentation means? So,
no.
Okay, go to the beginning of line 11 and type space, space, space. Space, space, space again until it gets to the curly bracket there. That's it. That's indentation. Okay. Make sure that they are in line. Okay. And remove line 20. Okay. So what we've done is we have a list of statements. In line 3, we started. Go and put your cursor in the square bracket in line 3. Yes. So we opened a square bracket after statement, and then we closed the square bracket at line 20. You see that one is also selected. Okay. Line 20 is also closed. In there, we have 2 statements. One of them starts at line 4 and finishes at line 10. And then there's a comma. And then we have another statement, which is also starting at line 11 and finishing at line 19. The second statement says that allow principal. The second statement says allow principal AWS account ID this. Yeah, someone else's account ID. No, so this is your own account ID. Okay, this is your own account ID. Here is not going to be a list, it's going to be your own account ID. In fact, remove the bracket, the square bracket in front of ARN, remove it, and remove the square bracket after remove it. And then remove the other square bracket on the bottom.
This one?
No. Yeah, that one. Yeah, remove it. And remove all the spaces. So line 15 and 16 will go. Just type delete. Delete. Yeah, it's okay. No. Undo one. Yeah. Just type delete twice. Don't delete the curly bracket. Just delete the spaces in front of it. Okay. Now move your cursor up one. Move up one. And delete. No. Go backspace. Backspace. You're going forward. I didn't say tap and space. Backspace. Backspace again. Backspace. That's it. Okay. This is how you clean it up. So this should be your own AWS account ID. So your account ID should be there. Go to your top corner of your AWS and copy your own account ID and remove and put mine. Remove mine and put yours there. So what we are saying is, who can assume this role? Who can assume this role? Who can assume this role? EC2 can assume this role, and your own account, anything in your own account role can also assume this role. If it doesn't make sense now, just forget it for now. You need this to be able to go to other people's account. Yeah, you need this. So for your EC2 and your AWS role to be able to assume this role and use it, you need these two. Okay, so update the policy. Okay, so this is what is trusted here. Okay, let me see something. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm making stupid mistakes. 1 minute. Let me see something. We're probably going to stop and come back again. Create a role. Okay. All right, you've done this. 1 minute. I think I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay. I've got it now. I think we will leave it here. We'll come back next week. Yeah?
Okay.
All right. Any questions? So we are configuring someone else's AWS account and our AWS account to be able to assume a role to go to some other people's account. Okay, we'll continue, because obviously getting to this stage took us too long, and I don't want this video to go too long as well. So let's pick it up next week. Okay, it's very, very interesting. You need to be here next week, guys. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Okay, are we not doing the Google Classroom document anymore?
Yes, we are doing it. That's why I'm actually going to put something there. I'll do it in the next 30 minutes. I'll do something and then we can continue. You can edit it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I think you already did that. Oh.
Don't worry. Haven't done it. Leave the call. Bye.
Now I was trying to show you something. I think we have a document for what we were trying to do today.
I don't think we got there. We only did it so that we can do in our own AWS account. Can you share me the document?
I'm still reading through though. Let me share my screen. Oh yeah. This is for us to come to our own thing, not someone else.
Yeah. So we probably created the source role, which is what we've done today. Everybody creating a role to allow people to come in. Yeah.
Mm.
But then we didn't create the destination role, the one that's coming in. I don't think we did that.
I remember we've done something like that too.
Yeah, but we didn't document it. This is it. You see? I don't think I have gone descriptive that much. Don't worry, I know what is going on.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Bye. Are you leaving?